Bruh, every time I think Diddy's hit rock bottom, he grabs a shovel and keeps digging. Now his own cameraman just stepped forward and basically said, yeah, I gave Netflix the footage, and legally, I could.
Who's laughing now?
Bruh, imagine being a billionaire, filming your own downfall for 30 years, and then getting exposed because you didn't sign a contract with the guy holding the camera. This is devastating. Let's talk about it. Bruh, the actual person who handed Netflix the footage finally came out and said, yep, that was me.
Perfect.
No mystery, no conspiracy, just a freelancer with the camera and more legal power than Diddy ever imagined. And the wildest part, he said it casually. Like this wasn't the footage that set the whole internet on fire, got lawyers screaming, got TMZ turning, got 50 laughing, and got Diddy pacing around the cell like he's brainstorming season 2 of his own downfall. You know how humiliating it is to find out the footage that's destroying your legacy didn't come from the FBI, didn't come from an undercover op, didn't come from some high-level betrayal. It came from a freelancer during a long weekend.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
This is the part where you start realizing Diddy didn't get exposed by enemies. He got exposed by payroll. And now we get into the part that really destroys his lawsuit. This right here, this is the kind of mistake only a man with too much ego makes. To sue Netflix for copyright infringement, you got to own the footage. Not spiritually, not emotionally, not I'm the star so it's mine. Legally. And the cameraman straight up confirmed. He shot it, he held it, he owned it. Diddy didn't.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
No work for hire contract, no licensing agreement, no ownership clause, nothing. That means Diddy has been out here screaming, Netflix stole my footage, when in reality, the freelancer is the one who had the right to sell it. The humiliation, unreal. This is like yelling, that's my car, while holding the keys you bought from your cousin with no paperwork. And now the cops are saying, actually, sir. And Netflix's reaction makes it even worse. Netflix responded like a company that's not scared at all. They basically said, illegal footage? Where? We acquired the footage legally, respectfully, with receipts, with licensing. Next question. What? And here's the part that cooked Diddy. Netflix doesn't just believe they're safe. They're practically begging him to sue. Because if Diddy files the lawsuit, Netflix gets access to the raw tapes, the hard drives, texts, emails, production notes, backup footage, witness conversations, strategy sessions, everything he's been hiding. Diddy threatening Netflix with a lawsuit is like threatening a vampire with a blood drive. They want it.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
And now the $1 billion fantasy lawsuit. Let's call it what it is. Diddy woke up one morning, looked at the ceiling of his cell and said, I'm suing Netflix for $1 billion. Bruh, if he had a case, he would have filed an injunction immediately. That's the first step. Injunction stopped the documentary from streaming right now. But what did Diddy do? He posted, he ranted, he yelled about illegal footage. He tried to scare people. He started writing fan fiction level legal threats, but he never filed the injunction. In legal terms, that means
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
He's bluffing, he's panicking, or he knows the lawsuit would expose things he cannot afford to expose. You don't threaten a $1 billion lawsuit, then take a nap. You either file it or you shut up. Next, we get into why he can't file the injunction. The destruction waiting inside discovery. Bruh, let me break down why Diddy keeps yelling lawsuit but hasn't filed anything. Because the moment he files it, Netflix gets discovery. And discovery is where the lawyers say, cool, hand us everything. Not the edited clips, not the PR approved angles, everything. That means raw tapes, deleted scenes, private conversations, those strategy calls he thought were secret, anything with his kids helping, anything with witnesses, anything with juror influence, anything with PR manipulation, anything that was ever recorded in those 30 years of Diddy Cinema universe. Netflix wants Discovery like kids want iPhones on Christmas. Diddy, he wants Discovery like he wants another Cassie lawsuit. Not at all. And now we get to the real humiliation, the cameraman. So the internet was arguing who leaked it, who sold it, who betrayed him.
Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that. Like,
then the actual cameraman came out like, yeah, about that. I wasn't even there. He said he went on vacation for 3 days. 3 days. And left another guy in charge. That guy, the freelancer, is the one who handed everything to Netflix. You telling me Diddy didn't go down because of the feds, or a mole, or a secret op, or an internal investigator? This isn't a criminal empire collapsing. This is a bad HR decision, and it gets even more disrespectful when we get to the part about ownership.
There's more?
This is the part everybody missed. When a freelancer shoots footage, they own it unless a contract says otherwise. No contract equals freelancer's property. So when people say Netflix stole from Diddy, nah, Netflix might have literally bought the footage legally, clean, documented, signed. You know how embarrassing that is? Diddy is out here yelling, they stole from me, while the freelancer is sitting there like, bruh, you never owned it.
Embarrassing.
This is career-ending humiliation. This is billionaire-level clownery. And now the part that completely destroys the $1 billion lawsuit. Let's be honest. Diddy didn't file a lawsuit. He filed a caption. He wrote a dramatic Instagram statement, talked big, threatened Netflix, used his I'm still powerful voice. But legally, nothing happened. Because if Diddy truly had a $1 billion case, he would have filed the injunction the same day the doc dropped. You don't wait. You don't negotiate. You don't post quotes and pray. You file immediately. The fact he didn't tells the whole story. No ownership equals no case. Discovery equals career suicide. Cameraman talking equals humiliation. Freelancer equals legal owner. Netflix equals protected. This is not a lawsuit. This is a meltdown. And next we go into how Diddy did this to himself because he films everything, even the crimes. Bruh, at some point we got to talk about the fact that Diddy really documented his entire collapse like it was a Netflix original about himself. This man filmed witness calls, jury strategy, family meetings, emotional breakdowns, manipulation tactics, PR planning, stress rants, spiritual delusions. All in 4K HDR like he thought he was making Surviving Myself, the Puff Daddy story. And now he's shocked the footage came back to haunt him. That's like robbing a bank while vlogging the whole thing on TikTok and then screaming, who snitched?
Lucy, stop it! Denial is a river in Egypt!
But there's something even crazier hiding behind this footage. And it's starting to look like Netflix barely scratched the surface. Netflix is sitting back like, please sue us. Please. We're begging you.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
Because Discovery lets them pull every file, every drive, every deleted clip Diddy ever recorded. I'm talking hours and hours of raw footage he never wanted the world to see. If Netflix gets Discovery,
today your ass is gonna die, bitch. Say goodnight, motherfucker.
Diddy's done. This is why they haven't even flinched. No panic, no fear. They know he's bluffing. But here's the wildest part. Even Diddy's own lawyers know they can't let this get that far. And they're distancing themselves in a way that should terrify him. Mark Agnafilo. Man looks like he aged 20 years in 2 weeks. He found out Diddy secretly recorded him, and that was the final straw. Lawyers hate that. You can reduce your license over that. You can get dragged by the bar association. You can get roasted in front of a judge. And Diddy didn't even warn him, didn't apologize, didn't explain. He just threw the man under the bus in front of millions of people. Now the legal team is confused, embarrassed, furious, and debating how much distance they need to keep. But what makes this worse is that Diddy somehow still keeps digging. And the next mistake is the one nobody's talking about yet. Let's talk ego. Diddy thought the downfall would come from enemies, the feds, or old rivals. But nah, it came from a freelancer he didn't even hire properly. A freelancer with no paperwork, no NDA, no deal, no restrictions, holding the raw footage of the biggest trial of his life. That's the part that's killing me. Not the lawsuit, not the documentary, not the PR meltdown. He lost control of everything because he treats everybody like they're disposable. And now that same disposable worker is the reason Netflix owns half his legacy in HD.
Who's laughing now?
Man, watching this whole mess unfold, it's wild how somebody can build an empire for 30 years and lose half of it in 30 seconds. Not because the enemies were stronger, but because the ego was louder. Diddy didn't get tripped up by the feds or Netflix or bloggers. He got tripped up by himself, by a lifetime of thinking he could control every room, every story, every camera. Turns out, the camera was never loyal to him. It was just recording the truth he didn't want to face. And the saddest part, this didn't need to happen. If he treated people better, if he respected the people behind the scenes, if he signed that freelancer properly, if he didn't secretly record his lawyers, if he didn't weaponize his own footage like a toy, he wouldn't be here. He built a kingdom with no foundation, just hype, fear, and personality. And when the pressure came, it collapsed faster than he ever expected. At the end of the day, power don't protect you. Money don't protect you. Image don't protect you. Character does. The people you treat right do. The people who trust you do. And if you burn everybody around you, life always finds a way to hand you the bill you've been avoiding. Diddy thought he was untouchable. But the truth is, nobody is untouchable when their whole story is on camera. But look, what do you think? Is this the moment Diddy's empire officially collapses? Or do you think he's going to find a way to crawl out of this one? But trust me, the fallout from this is bigger than the documentary itself. And what's coming next explains why Diddy may never recover from this one. Let me know in the comments. If you like this breakdown, you're definitely going to want to watch the video that just popped up on your screen right now. I'll see you on the next one. Panda out.